Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandragon's Cave. Today we are gonna be analyzing chapter One Piece 1157, the latest episode, okay, while drawing, as you could see in the miniature, Rayleigh. Why Rayleigh? Because I think he is the key of what's gonna happen forward, okay? I'm gonna be talking about the latest chapter in One Piece. That means a lot of spoilers, a lot of theories, a lot of fanfic and speculation of things that I would like to happen. So if you are not up to date with the manga, please click here, go jump into an older video from One Piece or sail around the channel and watch something else that is not One Piece related, so I don't spoil your adventure, okay? So, we have this space more or less today to draw, okay? I wanna draw with purple, because purple are the colors that are portraying Rayleigh, and at the same time I wanna draw him young, okay? So, let's do... We have this tiny space to work today. I wanna do him standing. He's gonna be standing here, and this is reference from one of the color spreads. So we have the size more or less is gonna be like this. He's holding holding himself on the sword like it will be like a cane or something, okay? But we have here the sword, okay? So 1157 is called The Legendary Bar. This episode is leading us through more Rock's adventure, more Hachinosu adventure, pointing to the end where we have a very nice image of Shakky, giving us to understand that we were mistaken this whole time. It happens probably 100% probability that's gonna be Shakky is the treasure of Hachinosu. We know God Valley was a massive incident. We know this flashback is leading us to God Valley. We are gonna end up there in God Valley, and what we know is that the Rocks Pirates went there because the government took the treasure from Hachinosu that was stolen from Hachinosu and left it in God Valley. We all assumed it was one of the fruits, maybe Luffy's fruit, maybe Blackbeard's fruit, any other fruit. But looks like Oda is drawing this line in a way of Shakky, a person, was the treasure of Hachinosu. Everyone loved her. We are having 2-3 episodes when everyone is in love with her more than we have seen this with Boa Hancock, and it has to be her. And that's the reason why I want to draw Rayleigh today, because I think we are going into God Valley and Rayleigh is gonna come in swinging the sword right and left, exterminating everyone, Marines, Rocks Pirates, everyone. I expect, and I would love to see why he is called the Dark King, why he is so feared. And Rayleigh is one of the main characters basically in the story. He's even more important than Roger, I would say, because Luffy is trained by him. So I think a showcase of power, a showcase of a display, let's say a display of a tremendous amount of haki, a tremendous amount of Conqueror's haki, especially while being upset, it could be very interesting. I'm talking about this because Rayleigh is the only one that we see in 1156 that it is not interested in Shakky, and we know that later she ends up with Shakky, okay? There is speculations even if maybe because the design of the clothing, as you will see now that I'm gonna be drawing this type of clothing, that it has these patterns like Mihawk's coat, and a lot of speculation if Shakky and Rayleigh are Mihawk's parents. I would say yes, I would love that idea. I would say as well at the same time it is not relevant for the main story, so maybe it's never revealed, but it could be very nice. I would love to see something in that line, and it makes sense that someone that is strong as Mihawk has parents that are strong like that as well in that sense, okay? I enjoyed a lot the episode, I want to say, first of all. And as we go into the episode, we will see. It's quite a long episode, I have to say, so sorry if the video stays a little bit too long today, but it is what it is. So we start in the cover story. In the cover story, we are in Ringo. We know that we're in Ringo because a couple of things. Who is there in the image with us? Okiku. Okiku now is the daimyo of Ringo. Okay. Second, where are we? We are in this kind of graveyard, cemetery, where Onimaru, the fox that can transform into person, that is the companion of the Shimotsuki daimyo at the time, okay? They were here collecting swords for the rebellion. So we know that this is Shimotsuki Ushimaru, okay? We know that that's gonna be him. It gives that understanding because Yamato is paying the respects there to the person. She was saved, she survived because this guy was the one who said, you know what, when all the daimyos were here locked in this kind of cave, in this prison with you, I am not gonna allow a little girl to die on my watch, so I am just gonna break this and I'm just gonna start fighting. And they went directly to fight Kaido, and all of them died. Why is saying he died protecting the village from Kaido, leaving no trace of his body behind? I think this is kind of a pun, and this is kind of a clue that is giving us, Oda is giving us regarding Ryuma's body, that Ryuma is the ancestor, has never been found. Why was that? Because Gekko Moria took the body and animated him, revived him in Thrillerberg Saga. So I think it's telling you, that's why the body has never been found. Probably because Kaido exterminated them, or if Oda wants to play the card of Oden's father and he didn't die and is using another name in another town or in even another island living, it could be as well. With what purpose? Maybe the purpose of meeting Zorro at some point. I don't think it is irrelevant, even if Zorro is the descendant of this guy. I don't think Zorro would care basically about this, but it could be an option. Okay, so let's do the glasses here, the cut like Zorro as well, and it's gonna be a smiley like in that design. Okay, this very genuine and special kind of beard that he has, this goatee that he has, very nice, and the long hair. Okay, very good. I expect Rayleigh to protect Shakky at all costs in God Valley. I expect Rayleigh to be in the verge of killing someone, like let's say Garling. I'm gonna say for Garling, or I'm gonna say for Harald, because I will explain you why we draw why it's gonna be that. But I expect Rayleigh to be in a point that he's gonna kill someone with a tremendous amount of haki. They can't avoid that attack, and Roger is gonna have to grab Rayleigh and say, hey, don't worry about this, we just rescue her, let's get out of here, let's escape from here, we don't need to kill anyone. I want to see Rayleigh out of control, I want to see Rayleigh unstoppable, I want to see why he is called the Dark King, and probably we know that he's a master of haki and everything. He may be showcasing a full body haki like Vergo, for example. I expect that more of Gaban, because Gaban, we have seen already in the current storyline that he is mastering a haki at another level, and I think it wouldn't be such impactful if it is only showing it with Rayleigh instead of Gaban, but we will see what Oda is gonna explain. The dark concept of the Dark King name, it can be for a tremendous amount of haki, or a coating haki that he's gonna have around him as well, or because when he's so strong, like Big Mom for example, you know, the weather changes and it gets dark and everything, so he needs to be a demon basically, and we need to see that. I think that's why Shakky is being kind of pinpointed as the treasure of Hachinosu, because we want to see a Rayleigh moment. Rayleigh is gonna have his specific moment where he's gonna be tremendously scary for everyone, basically. Let's keep drawing this, the arm and everything. It's gonna be like this, and he's standing here. He is wearing a long coat, like most of the people here in One Piece. Okay, and then the trousers underneath, like here. Okay. So the episode starts, there is this double panel, the Rocks Pirates are basically attacking a new island, a new territory, okay, the Philanthropy Association of something, and they are stealing a lot of goods. We see a lot of the Rocks Pirates there trying to escape. They are split in two groups at the same time. Big Mom is having a lot of kind of, let's say, redemption arc, I would say, where they are showing Lin very nicely drawn, very positive about everything, very good person, kind of in the sense of the pirate world. She's not actually being a crazy old woman who wants to destroy everything, so she's just being a normal pirate. So I think this is the way that Oda is having to showing us not everyone that you are seeing is so bad, and not everyone that you are seeing is so good, okay? Because so far we hated Big Mom and we hated Kaido, and now being seen them here as younger versions of themselves is this message that Vegapunk gave to the Straw Hats. Learn the story, and not everyone is good and not everyone is bad. And the same message that Rayleigh, this guy, gave to them in the Ship of the Archipelago, saying, go realize what's the One Piece, see the truth for yourself, and because if I tell you, you will have another kind of take. You need to interpret the story with your own experience, and I think that is very important, okay? It's a really realistic aspect of that. They are leaving behind some of the guys like Kaido, Whitebeard. I think Silver Axe is there as well behind, and they are kind of underground in some sort of subterranean room. And Shakky happens to be very cheeky, let's say, and he decides to throw a bomb in there, always in a funny way. We know that the Rocks Pirates are famous for wanting to fight all the time and wanting to kill each other all the time. They were introduced by Sengoku with this concept of the infighting. They were fighting all the time. They weren't the Nakamas. They were forced to be there because they be back fight. So we see how Shakky is just, hey, yeah, we kill a couple of them, and we are just gonna have a bigger cut of the price at the end of the day. So that's good for us. This is unsuccessful, obviously. We see how the earthquake Nomi is starting to move the whole island, destroying everything on its path. Even Big Mom and all of these guys are nothing compared to that power. So kind of all of these guys are human, apart from Kaido, that it's Oni, but and Barbell, that is the Gyojin. But we see why Whitebeard, it was mentioned always to be the strongest man alive, because his power is basically crazy. We see as well how all of them are just flying around. Rox is arriving to find them, to kind of put a little bit of peace. He wants everyone to be moving. There is a little bit of Sanji and Zorro moment between Silver Axe and Shakky. We knew already these two had some sort of rivalry. Up to what point we don't know, but that is very interesting. And then there is this beautiful image of the Marines arriving, and we see Rocks silhouetted against the Marines. We see as well Captain John silhouetted next to him in a lower level. This information is telling me, in my opinion, this is telling me Captain John is the first in command. After, when Rocks is not around, Captain John is the captain. That's what he's called, captain, probably. Like a little bit like, it referring like a little bit like Usopp's name as well. For me, it gives me that impression as well. It is very nice image. I would love to see this done like in a movie with live action people, with these guys kind of being piratey, because these guys are being piratey, and I absolutely love it. So the Marines are arriving. I do not know who is this captain or vice admiral arriving to fight them, because to be honest, it looks a little bit like Momonga with that mustache, but I would not say it's Momonga. I think Momonga is a little bit younger and he wouldn't be there at that point. Maybe he is more young, or maybe it can be Momonga at his, well, he started becoming captain or vice admiral as well. Whitebeard is concerned about how could they arrive here so fast if someone kind of leaked the plans, sold the information. We know the new Stussy is a double agent, but I wouldn't discard someone like Shakky as well to be selling information and giving themselves away in that sense, so the other guys can be caught and he can escape and do his own thing. It wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. I think that needs to be addressed. If there is a traitor there, like full-on traitor, it needs to be caught, I think, I would say. And yeah, so let's do the code. These are gonna be the trousers. We want to do the trousers like this, okay. And the boots like this. I will focus in doing all the details, like always when we do the line work. Okay, now I'm just kind of situating with the line work. What do I wanna show? He has this type of swords, like the God's Knights as well. So let's do this like that. Okay, and then all the details for the hands and everything, we will do it later. And I want to do this bracelet because he's wearing a bracelet like Blueno, Doflamingo, and a couple of other guys that there's a lot of theories as well online speculating, oh, these guys are kind of a secret association, and they are, even if they are bad guys, they are kind of doing this in the background and everything. I don't know, nothing has been revealed about that aspect, but it can be very nice as well if there is even more secret organization within the pirates, apart from Sword that we met recently. It could be very nice as well. Okay, let's do this, something like this. I wanted to make him maybe more bulky, maybe, I don't know, like a little bit more like this, but I don't think it's fitting his body to be too bulky, because we know him more elegant. Gavan looks more like a bulky guy who is able to maybe hit stronger with axes and everything. But anyway, another face, rock face there, Blackbeard, buggy kind of face, like saying I plunder everything and sink them all. We know, and this is confirmed, that Buggy and Blackbeard are Oda's favorite characters, favorite pirates in the One Piece world, and it makes sense that they are brothers. I have this big theory about them are gonna be brothers that I explain in this video I'm gonna put here, okay? And I like to see this. I'm seeing how Oda is enjoying, like a kid, drawing rocks, drawing him all the time, making him fight, and the expressions of madness, like he is kind of the best and he's gonna conquer everything. I like it very much. I have to say I'm enjoying a lot, okay? This mini saga in between a saga, that is the flashback of rocks inside the Elbaf saga. I am loving it. I am loving it. So there is a couple of panels, like a very nice counter of the rocks pirates have done, this number of attacks, this number of sunk ships, blah blah blah. Explain all of these things, showcasing again rocks throwing some attacks like divine departure and everything, very epic, like destroying ships in one blow. And then we jump into another situation, another moment where there is an argument. Okay, let's do. I wanna just focus 1 second here. Wait, because I have 0.05, and as you can see, the size of the tip is absolutely crazy. So I'm just gonna go and do the thinner one, because as you can see, the drawing is very tiny. So I like to draw very tiny. So it makes sense. I'm gonna make him like this, a little bit evil, you know, and maybe the glasses as well. The cut here in the eye. Yeah, I need to draw him like evil, like this. He's gonna come. He's gonna come swinging. He's gonna destroy them all. I am actually scared about this guy. This guy, he is gonna destroy them all. Let's do these details here. Okay, so we have as well the hair and all the nice design as well. So then we can keep talking about the episode in a moment. Okay. Here, the ear, the other ear here. And then let's do a little bit like this. Like this, yeah, something like that. Something like that is nice. And now we are gonna go. Yeah. We need to modify a couple of things, obviously, because when we are doing the head a little bit more small, we should just go into doing all these things here. Very long neck as well. And obviously, like everyone in One Piece, he is half naked. Like this, strong. All of this is gonna be black later, so let's do one arm is here and like this. Okay, it's looking very nice so far. Yeah, something like this, looking good. It's very difficult to draw. This is like this. We'll paint it in black in a second, but this is like this, and it comes like this, and now here it opens here, okay, and it makes like a second layer underneath, and then we have the trouser here. Okay, this is gonna open like this, nice. Yeah, like this I think is looking quite nice. And I like to draw my tiny feet like this, okay, so don't complain about the feet. Okay, nice. So as I was saying, we jump into this other scene where there is a Viking looking ship. That means it's Harald. Harald is arguing with someone from the government, and there is a town there that is being destroyed. So Harald is basically shouting like how you dare world government to attack these guys, to destroy these guys, when we needed help from Elbaf, they came to aid us and they gave us food and everything. So I am not gonna allow you destroying them, capturing them, killing them or anything. I'm just gonna fight you. And there is someone from the government that, first of all, when I saw him, I thought it was gonna be Bogart because the suit, the design, the hat, the mouth, but this guy looks despicable. There's something like Spandam in him. There's something like Nesumi in him, Spandin, Tenryubito look. I don't like him. And we love Bogart, we love the guy, we don't know much about him, but we love him. And even if he looks kind of similar style with the suit and everything, it's not gonna be him. I hope it's not him, 100%. But this guy is hateful, so he just, arguing with Harald, saying, if you attack us, if you are against us here, now trying to help these guys, I am just gonna have to report, basically, you have this proposition to join the world government, the union of the countries, and it's gonna difficult all of the process. It's gonna even cancel all this process if you attack us here. What you should do is actually be joining us to attack them. And he is even so cocky that he's killing a girl or wounding. Well, it looks like he shoots almost on the neck or something, so probably he killed that girl. And Harald goes crazy. Harald just jumps into that other ship. We know that Harald should have a fruit. It hasn't been shown, and Rox wants him to eat a fruit, so maybe at this point he didn't have the fruit yet. Maybe he had the fruit in Elbaf, but he didn't eat it, and later when he's older he's gonna eat it or something like that. But he jumps like he doesn't care if he falls in the water. This is something that Luffy does as well all the time, and he doesn't care, to be honest. Someone like Sanji that has no fruit later is gonna save me, and that's it. It can be that as well, the point. We will see. We will see as well what's going to happen with Harald development and the fruit and everything. But I'm curious to see what it's going to be. So this, like this, as you can see today, as I said, we're drawing tiny, very small. I'm going to do drawing like this, and like this. Okay, yeah, something like this. I like it. Can I do a little bit of this for the concept of the decoration? Yes, we can. It's the same pattern basically that we follow with Mihawk a little bit. This is gonna be black, this is gonna be this, and then we have this gonna be purple when we paint it, and this one is gonna be purple as well for the hands. This purple and purple, the trousers are purple as well. This is black, and these are lines here for the back of the coat. Okay, looking very nice, looking very nice, looking very nice. And the boots I'm gonna draw them black as well, like this. Okay. I want to know your opinion about 1157. I know this saga is being crazy and we have a lot of things to talk. That's why I need to have conversation with you. Let's see what theories we can find and everything, okay? We jump again in time. We are in Ida's Tavern in Elbaf. You know that it's by the coast at the entrance of Elbaf, basically. We see Rock's ship is there as well, and they're arguing, and you know, Rox, probably this is a moment where Harald is telling Rox what happened, and Rox is telling him, I told you, you just need to forget about them, you just need to join me, because anyway, I'm just gonna destroy them and everything. Harald doesn't want to join them, we know this already, he wants good. He's even sending him like a reminder, like the Marines have quite fine people as well in the ranks. They have a good army. There are guys even from Elbaf, like John Giant. John Giant is the first giant that they had in the Marines, and that is because Mother Caramel was trafficking kids. We know this. She was trafficking kids from Elbaf into the Marines, and John Giant was the first giant that she actually moved, and that's why they got it. They got him there. But very, very interesting responses. Harald looks like a very sane and clever man. Here he looks that he shaved his head in some sort of protest, I would say, and Rox is mocking him. Garp, when Garp saw him, was mocking him as well. They wouldn't understand. I think Harald is in another wavelength. He is very clever and very mindful, and Ida is one of the reasons for this. So I can't wait to see how Harald is gonna be played, because Harald is played at the end of the story, and Imu is upset with him and everything. So I want to see how that's gonna pan. Okay, they're talking about. Kind of talking about Rox asking Ida, like, hey, you know, put some sense in him, let me take him, you know. And Ida is joking a little bit, like being kind of as well wicked there a little bit, and saying, you know, if he were my kid, I would tell him not to have friends, basically like you. In a couple of words, he's telling him that, and you see this little image of Jarondine being a little bit upset with Loki on the side. Gert is there in the middle putting peace. I said 1,000 times, Gert knows what happened in the throne room, and she's gonna be slapping Jarondine in no time, because Jarondine need to support his brother. And you see the three of the guys here that I'm talking about, and the three of the guys there in the image, and that's gonna be very funny. So we jump again. There's a lot of jumping in this episode. I like it. We see that we are in Marine headquarters, in the Navy headquarters, the older one, not the new one, obviously, because it's destroyed. But this is the old one that we attack. There is this very loud conversation between Garp, Sengoku, and then we have as well Suru there talking with Kong. Kong is the boss, basically. At that point, he's admiral. So we don't know in what kind of sense. If he was one of the three admirals, or if he was already fleet admiral, what Sengoku was at the time, and maybe Sengoku took over after him at that point. We don't know exactly at what level he is, but I would say maybe so these three guys are vice admiral, so they don't go up to the rank of admiral like Aokiji, Akainu, and the rest of the guys, but Kong is shown as admiral, so maybe he's one of the three at that point, at the time, and there are two other guys that we don't know, and they are having a very heated conversation about let the giants join, because they are super strong, and finish this thing in one. Don't wait for anyone to say anything. They are actually gonna rail up against us because we are not giving them permission, and there's gonna be trouble. There's gonna be a problem there, and we are not gonna be able to manage them. Kong is kind of trying to justify that, yes, but they are very violent, and they are very this, and they are very that. And Garp, you see, Garp is upset, saying that here is where you need to take them. You need people like that in the Marines. You need people determined, and they are ready to fight with us, for us, because of this. But it more powerful, I think, in this opinion, the manipulation from above, from the world government, to actually what Kong is gonna have to say. Kong, if he's in the position that he is above Fleet Admiral at the moment, is because he's very manipulative, and in the sense of that, people can manipulate him as well. So he is gonna be playing in the middle a lot to kind of have peace a little bit, but it doesn't work. Okay, in the drawing that they done of him, his face is very sorry as well, like, I'm sorry, yes, kind of, I'll do whatever you say, kind of type of face. And the other three guys look very upset. Garp especially, they just want to just make them a country allied to us, so we can actually play together with them and not against them, and that is very important. So we jump then into 42 years ago, Hachinosu. Okay, there is a racket there. There is a lot of crying and upsetness and loudness. It happens that I love Hachinosu, the pirate. When Oda is showing us pirate stuff in this comic, in this manga, I absolutely love it. So they are crazy because the Kuja pirates, Shakky, is quitting her job. Why? We don't know. I think she just wants a quiet life a little bit, and that's gonna be very funny. Whatever she's gonna do afterwards is gonna be very funny. So the pirates are sad, the pirates are worrying, the pirates, they are kind of, we are wasting our lives because, I made myself pirate because I wanted Shakky to capture me and the Kuja pirates to capture me. They are joking about that, very funny. And there is this moment with Big Mom and Gloriosa that they are talking about why is Shakky doing that? Is she following a man because she's in love as well with someone? I don't think it's that. Because it's kind of telling, you see as well, funny thing that you see Katakuri, Oven, and the other brother that is there as well. Yes, here in the corner as well you can see him, Daifuku, and those are triplets. And it's very funny to see Katakuri like a parrot or something on the elbow, on the shoulder of his mom, but it's very funny. It's kind of saying Gloriosa, is she doing like you, that you went after a man? It's all the kujas are kind of cursed with this, and there is no exception. Maybe Shakky didn't have that. Maybe Shakky was stronger than them all, and she didn't suffer that. I think what's gonna happen here now in this couple of pages is very particular, that we haven't seen yet in anyone, but it makes it very interesting. Okay, so we see how Gloriosa is concerned about, oh, I hope it's not Roger. It can't be Roger, it's gonna be Rayleigh, that's why I'm drawing him today. But why is Gloriosa there? We say, I have this theory about Gloriosa that I made the other day. Gloriosa may have been won in the heavy back fight, and there is no argument, there is no problem there with the Kuja Pirates, because she's been won fair and square with the heavy back fight, or she followed them because she was in love with someone in the crew. If that was Rox, and Rox has no interest in her, nothing like that has been shown. A lot of speculation that this is Roger, because she can't stop talking about Roger, but at the same time she's not chasing Roger. To kind of get rid of the love sickness, you should be going after the character, or with the character, the person that you love in this case, that is shown as Roger. But I don't think it's Roger, I think it's Garb. So it makes sense for me as well if she stays with the Rox Pirates, because she's gonna be clashing definitely with Roger, and she's gonna be clashing especially with Garb, because they are the good guys. And I say in that theory that this is gonna be Garb, and that's making a full circle with Tritoma, Gloriosa and Shakky being sisters, and Tritoma being daughter of Gloriosa. Gloriosa had a daughter with Garb ages ago, but Garb is adventure and fight, and he wants to fight. Gloriosa is, I will keep the baby, I will keep the girl, and I will raise her to be the next leader of the Kuja Pirates. And Garb said, yeah, whatever works for you. I don't want that burden, I don't want to do that job. I'm gonna be fighting. Like most of the families in One Piece, they're a little bit like separated, let's say, and they doing whatever they want to do. So the parents kind of chase the dreams, okay, and that is okay in this world. And it's an option, and I would like it more than just simply Roger, because Roger, we know later, is going to be with Porgas de Rouge, and he has shown zero interest in Gloriosa, and I don't think that's just not gonna work as a gag of funny situation with her and Roger, but it could be. So seems like Gloriosa is quite in love with Roger, because she says that she's not gonna even forgive Shakky if Shakky is going after her. But anyway, we will see what's gonna happen with that. We have Stussy, original Stussy there, being funny, like, oh my god, everyone is talking about Shakky this, Shakky that, but you know, Whitebeard, you have only eyes for me, no? And Whitebeard again is like, I never been in love with you. So this is again another interesting thing. We have Miss Backing's Stussy in the present time as an old woman, that she's moving around with his kid, with his son, Weeble, that just now has been captured and is in Impel Down. I'm gonna put the Weeble theory here as well, because it may be interesting. We see that it is not a relationship what they have there. Newgate doesn't want to do anything with her. Newgate has the dream of having a family, but not with Stussy. So that's telling me that Stussy is gonna be a very, very maybe egoistical character, very, very bad a character as well, like a bad person, like someone who is not thingy. So I think it's important to take that in consideration. Okay, we know Shirohige has no hair in the present time. Well, he's dead in the present time, but he had no hair, and he had this beautiful blonde mane. We know that Stussy is for a big period of time with the Mats organization, with Vegapunk, with Cyan, that is what we know later as Queen, with Shulolo, Caesar Clown, with Sanji's father, Judge. And they develop cloning, they develop, the Seraphins, they develop a lot of things in early stages at that point. So that hair, I envision a God Valley incident, and Stussy running from the God Valley incident, escaping from the God Valley incident, probably taking Whitebeard hair, full head, to clone Weeble afterwards. Okay, that can be very interesting. It is actually son of Whitebeard. Well, yeah, in some sense, because it's a clone. It is actually son because they had some kind of contact relationship there. No, that is my opinion. Okay, Stossy is upset with him. They are fighting a little bit, but Whitebeard says, I do not want you. So there is no chance that these two did something and then they had a son. But it can be manipulated with science. Yeah. So something crazy is happening straight away now. There is someone approaching the island. There is the Kuja pirates are approaching the island, and that is one of those things that in Pirate Era, oh my god, this is impossible. They're gonna make contact because they are so strong. I love when Oda is using these terms because it makes it very, very pirate. I like it. And they arrive. Shakky comes out of the ship. She's carrying a suitcase. She is gonna stay here. She's thanking Tritoma, so Tritoma already took over. We have another pirate empress that is Luffy's mom. I say is Luffy's mom, and she's quitting basically. We don't know why exactly, but she's quitting. She's arriving there. She's never been there apparently because she's like, oh my god, this is the pirate island, so cool. She likes it. We meet her in Shabondi Archipelago, and she likes the trouble. She likes the problem. She can handle the enemies. She has no issue with that. So she's like fish in the water. I like it. I like this Shakky. I love this flashback portraying her as I'm strong and I don't care about anyone. I just care about whatever I want to do here. Everyone around her is getting petrified. Obviously, she doesn't have the fruit that Boa Hancock has, because Boa Hancock is given that fruit when she's a slave with Terribitos. So this is just a joke with the concept of she's so beautiful that everyone is getting petrified. Okay, and she wants to stay here. Everyone is kind of very pleasant and very nice with her because she's beautiful, and this is something that happens as well in real life, sadly. If you're beautiful, everyone will want to help you. If you're a little bit more ugly, that's not something that you're gonna experience, and that is okay. And here they are kind of caricaturizing that aspect. Everyone is gonna be building her. She wants to open a store. She wants to have a shop here or something. And they said, "Don't worry, we will build it for you and everything." So that is very funny. I like it, and we will see what is this gonna be leading to. But so far, I'm enjoying it a lot. Straight away, we can see the Rocks pirates arriving into the scene. And the Rocks is a little bit shocked. Rocks is more kind of, I don't care about this girl, but then she is love-struck as well, and it is funny. It is funny. They build the rip-off bar for her, and this is why the episode is called what's called. And we see her very cute there, very excited about serving the customers coming. You are going to be the first people I'm going to be serving and everything, because they are basically the leaders. Rox is the boss in Hachinosu. And yeah, she is carefree. Like, you should be scared of being in an island like that, but when you are in trouble, I think you are not scared anymore, you know. And that is what I see in Shakky. And they are talking. You can see all the Rocks pirates are in love with her as well. They have the hearts like Sanji pumping out of their chest. They have hearts in the eyes as well. And then she's even trying to open a bottle, and the other guys, like I think it's Captain John and the other guy, Porori Capon's Beji's father, is trying to open the bottle for her. And then we finish the episode with this kind of cliffhanger, let's say, of the Gurusei discussing, let's accept Harald in our ranks, in our group, but only if he kills Rocks. And we finish the episode. So, what I see that is gonna happen here, and to create trouble, because Rock has been a lot lately, Harald has been a lot lately as well. Why such importance with these two characters when they are not main characters is because they need to clash. I see a moment where Harald to damage Hachinosu is gonna take her. It's gonna take Shakky. Shakky, it is shown here. It says something in the lines of, you know, the inhabitants of Hachinosu came to see her as the treasure, the irreplaceable crown jewel of Hachinosu. And it says, unfortunately, a treasure is always the inevitable target of theft. Okay, so that's telling you someone is gonna kidnap her, someone's gonna take her to another place. That thing is gonna be God Valley, because we are talking about 42 years ago she arrived there, and then we have 38 years ago that is gonna happen, the God Valley incident. So in a period of a couple of years, this needs to happen. Someone needs to go there. Harald needs to go there, maybe with the intention of, or with the lie of, yes, Rox, I'm gonna be joining you. I'm gonna be coming here. I join you willingly without having to do the back fight or anything. And he's gonna try to blend with him a little bit, and then he will take Shakky, and then by taking Shakky, he will move her into the God Valley. I wanna think that Oda's gonna mix of them all. It can be as well that incident is not God Valley, but when Sengoku is calling Garp, Garp is on holidays, to go to God Valley. And he says, I need you to go to God Valley and fight. And he says, no, I am not. And I don't care about these guys. And I only care about Roger. And he says, Roger is there. And then is when he goes. He says, if the government have taken the treasure of Hachinosu, it's obviously that the Hachinosu guys will go there and try to take it back, because it's their treasure. We all thought, as I said at the beginning, that was going to be Akuma no Mi, maybe Blackbeard's Akuma no Mi, Luffy's Akuma no Mi, any of those, but looks like it is showing it that it's going to be Shakky. So Shakky needs to be in God Valley, needs to be one of the treasures. Maybe you have the 6 fruits are for the competition happening in God Valley, but Harald is going to be there with Shakky and some people of the government, because he's kind of joining them already. So he's going to be kind of trying to befriend the God's Knights, and that we haven't seen all of them yet. And then is when Rox is going to come swinging to recover Shakky, take fruits and everything. And there is this interesting moment when we have the destruction of the first island in this chapter, where Whitebeard and Kaido are talking, and Kaido says to Whitebeard, it will be so nice to be able to do that. And later he's gonna end up with a fruit that is same destructive of the other one. And he's saying, if you are gonna get a fruit, be mindful of it and choose wisely, because you are gonna be stuck in with it for your whole life. So later he gets the economy that he gets, that fruit, it is in God Valley. Okay, that is the fruit that Big Mom takes from Ivankov. Ivankov was gonna eat that fruit, but Big Mom takes that fruit, and later on we see that he's gonna give it to Kaido somehow. Okay, so that is very interesting. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with that, and how the story is gonna pan in this aspect. Everyone is in love with Shakky, but Rayleigh doesn't show signs of hearts in the eyes and all of these things, that everyone is being silly around her. That means that she is gonna want Rayleigh. This happens as well all the time in real life. The girl that you don't chase is the girl that likes you. It happens a lot of times. So I think as soon as the Roger Pirates realize that Shakky has been taken, even if Genie leaked the information for the location, okay? Maybe the guys didn't know where they are gonna take her. So when they say, oh, look, this is happening here in God Valley, they will go. But worry about Roger fighting Rox, yes, and Garp, and then worry about Rayleigh trying to recover and to save Shakky. Probably clashing with Harald, throwing Harald flying, because we want to see how terrifying Rayleigh is going to be, and we want to see as well how terrifying Harald is. We haven't seen these guys fighting full on, and we need to see them at some point doing that. Okay, so this is looking nice. I think I'm just gonna add a couple of tones here, probably with black. Okay, when we do the blacks, we know that we are almost finished there. Okay. So in a nutshell there, we have the whole 1157, that is an epic chapter happening, leading us towards the referencing of Shakky being the crown jewel, the treasure of Hachinosu, and everyone wanting to protect her, and even rocks, and they are, in my opinion, I think gonna be leading this story. Oda is going to be leading this story into God Valley incident. Probably that's going to be the way of bringing all of them together, not only for the Akuma no Mis. It will make sense as well that Oda makes them a little bit more human as well, because if it is for fruits, for money, for jewels and everything, it is a little bit kind of pirate, yes, but it's kind of humanizing all of them when you have the mole trying to rescue a person. That we've seen that with Nico Robin and the NES Lobby incident. We have seen that as well with Ace and the Marineford War, and it's making all of them more relatable. You don't want to have a bad guy amongst the pirates if Roxy is gonna actually focus in recovering her, and you are gonna see how these ideals of the pirate world are gonna be clashing with the government, and you are gonna see how Harald, that I think is the one who's gonna take her, is gonna have to do bad things after seeing a couple of episodes, like 10 episodes, how good he is, how of a good guy he is. You're gonna see him doing bad things for the sake of the government, and it's the only way of doing it. It's the only way of acting, so he kind of triggers the good guys in this aspect, the pirates. Okay, I said I need Dark King Rayleigh to come in swinging and to showcase that he's the strongest of them all. I need him to be the reason of Roger saying, please, brother, please, Nakama, stop this madness. If you carry on fighting the God Knights, if you carry on fighting Garling, if you carry on fighting Harald, you are gonna kill them all. We're gonna destroy this God Valley town. We're gonna kill the people without wanting to kill the people. I need to see a little bit of sense maybe in Gold Roger. Gold Roger is the Luffy. Luffy is the reckless. And this guy really looks more like Zorro in the aspect, okay? He's the serious one. But the thing is, we want to see Zorro out of control, so we want to see as well the rest of the guys out of control as well, specifically in Rayleigh, specifically the one that we have seen that he couldn't have managed to stop, let's say, Blackbeard in Amazon Lily, because he was older already, but in his youth, yes, absolutely. So we want to taste that power. We want to see how strong he is, and that's why I decided to go for Rayleigh today. I definitely want to do a drawing of him like bigger as well, like drawing him older, because the old design is very, very nice. I like more the old design than this design, and as well to talk about Rayleigh in general, like Shabondi, what he's doing with Roger, what is his role in general. Here was more to talk about the connection with Shakky, basically the connection with Shakky. We need to just add a tiny detail that he should have here. The sheath for the sword, the scabbard for the sword, basically here. We're gonna paint it here like this, okay, and a little bit with dark tone as well, and I think we finish for today. That is gonna be where he is gonna be sheathing the sword, and a little bit of darkness here. It's looking very nice, very, very, very nice. 0.05, where are you here to do the glasses? Second pass on the glasses. I like characters with glasses. I wear glasses, so I like characters with glasses like Kobe in the New World. I like as well Skoppergaban. I like as well the Denjiro as well. I like some of these characters. They remind me as well, like, oh, look at that, so strong they are, and wearing glasses is not stopping them to do things as well like this. So just add tiny bit of ground here, so we have just tiny bit of base, okay, like here, doing this like this in darkness, and I think we can sign for today. Okay, let's do this. Let's sign. This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23. You can say it as you want, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. I hope you enjoyed the analysis of the episode, the reasoning for the theory, and the drawing as well. And yeah, feel free to share it with your friends, nakamas, family, and anyone that you want. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.